Hey friends, it looks like the blue team has finally woken up and joined the fight. Let's get into it. You can read the headline above me. This happened today. This is an article from Newsweek. You can see the date, the 22nd, 12:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get into the article. Now, I'm annoyed that it doesn't say which congressman did this. I don't know why they didn't name them. I'm looking to find out who it is, but someone in Congress got on the floor and said, hey, maybe we should investigate this since the man himself got up on a stage and said the words that a certain person who did a gesture the other day and deserves all of the karma that's coming to him was pointed to as someone who might have been really good with contest counting machines. Maybe we should look into that. You think? Maybe? But what I love about this is that it's being inspired by the orange man's words, his words. We're not contest deniers if the person himself is the one who told us to be. This is honestly, I couldn't have written it better myself. Chef's kiss. I would pause to read the below just to give context. Finally, someone in the media is talking about this. And because I'm not going to put the video of the quote, if you want to read what was said, you can read the below in case you want to remind yourself of what he said. Now, this rep actually already called it out on the app that goes like this. So she'd already posted about it. And that's why I actually thought it might have been her who brought this up, but it seems like it was somebody else. This gives some helpful context to the type of contest counting machines that were being used. And although it does mention issues in Cambria County, it does not mention this issue. This also happened in that state, and it was related to one of those emails that came in from the cold country. So it's not even mentioning this, which is the biggest issue in that state. I can't believe more media didn't talk about this. I'm still baffled by that. If you guys haven't been clued in to this nonprofit SMART eWord, I would look for their report. It is fascinating and it tells you so much and explains so much about what happened and what we've all been feeling and thinking this whole time. And I want to get into the thing that's right above my head. So please pause to read it because I'm not going to read it out loud, but I'm going to explain to you in a little story I'm going to tell you why what is above my head matters, okay? So I know one of the frustrations last year after the contest was that we wanted the blue team to speak up and say, hey, we need to relook at this. There's a reason why, due to this data, that wouldn't have helped us, okay? So I'm going to use an analogy. And I'm going to tag Nicole, who has done such a good job analyzing this data. So please go to her page. Please follow her. Please watch her videos. So she has 2 cats, okay? And one cat was stealing a lot of treats from the other cat. Now, I'm going to rename the cats because I can't remember the name of her cats. But just so we are clear, we're going to have Damon is one cat, and we are going to have Cassie as the other cat, okay? This is for entertainment purposes only. Totally fictional story about cats, okay? And Damon got another cat involved to help him steal the treats from Cassie. And that cat is going to be named Ellie. So Ellie figured out a way to steal treats from Cassie that meant if anyone tried to come in and figure out if the treats were stolen, they wouldn't be able to, because when we try to figure it out, we're only going to count to a certain amount, okay? So in certain places where things are counted, let's say they're only going to count up to 400 treats. And then they stop counting. And if everything looks fine after 400 treats, they're like, well, it's all looking good. Looks like Damon won and didn't steal any treats from Cassie. That's how good the code was. So if we had asked someone to come in and count the treats, it actually would have been worse because it would have validated the results. it would have to be a manual 5-finger count of all of them, not just the percentage that is involved in the machine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? That's why the blue team didn't call for the data to be looked into the way it would have been back in the wintertime, post-contest. Now, the fact that the Orange Man has announced it allows them to start actually really talking about it now, so that we don't sound like the red team, we don't sound like the Mad Hatters, we don't sound like we're coming out of nowhere with this, with no proof, just with our thoughts and feelings. Now we have actual reason to talk about it, and it's going to be backed up by the data. Okay? So I am sending you love. I am sending you solidarity. Keep the faith. And by the way, that is going to be my daily dose of hope today. So stay tuned for that. See you in the next one.